I asked you guys if you wanted to hear one of my stories about Ed and Lorraine. Y'all overwhelmingly said yes. So here we go. Well, whoa, went too far. Howdy doody everyone. I'm going to start out by saying, well, holy shit. Again, I didn't realize that the truth was going to be so popular. So thank you for all of our new subscribers. And if you're new here, please subscribe. I say crazy shit, but it's the truth. It is what it is. All right. I asked in my last video if y'all wanted to hear the story about me, my first time going to Ed and Lorraine's museum. And it was pretty overwhelming that y'all wanted to hear this. So let me get this out the way. I'm going to apologize because at any point in time in this video I get emotional. Ed and Lorraine meant a lot to me. All right, let's get to the story. Let's go back a little bit so that you can grasp the understanding of how I got there. Okay, and I'm just going to skim over this so we can get to the good shit. I collected evidence. Ed took notice, well, because I sent it to him, and we started talking. The very first time I met Ed and Lorraine Warren was in 2000 in Virginia. Okay, it was at a hotel. I happened to be in Virginia, there, near them, so I went and talked to them. I sat down with them for about 6 hours that night. I learned more that night about paranormal investigating than I've learned in the past 10 years. Like, that's how Ed was, Ed and Lorraine. And I do want to say this. Rest in peace, guys. I hate that y'all are gone. Little nicotine. All right, anyway. I got invited to Ed and Lorraine's Occult Museum in 2002. I don't remember, I don't think I was invited there for a reason. I just know that me and Ed and Lorraine were having conversations. Let me put it to you this way. Ed and Lorraine helped me and asked nothing. They taught me more than anyone could have. So anyway, we're sitting at their kitchen table, and we're discussing evidence because, well, that's what paranormal investigators do when they get together. We're having a cup of coffee, and you got to understand, their museum was attached to their house. I'm unsure if it still is. I haven't talked to anyone in that area since Lorraine died in 2019. Well, anyway, we were sitting there having a cup of coffee. Ed goes, "Hey, you want to go in the museum?" And, well, I acted like a 5-year-old kid. Yeah, let's go. Come on, go. I stood up like, come on, go. He just kind of giggled. Lorraine giggled, and we walked down this little hallway. Like, it was not a very big hallway. It had a door. Very nice, fancy door with all this stuff written on it. And before he opened the door, Ed turned to me and said, "All right, now, I don't want you to touch anything in here. Everything is bad. Please don't mess with anything. Just look." And he turned back around. I lost my shit. I was like, wait, what the fuck, man? Like, hold on a second. Hold on, wait. You invite me here to go into this amazing museum with all this verified haunted shit, and I can't touch nothing? What are you, crazy? I'm touching Annabelle. I want to tickle Annabelle. I want to touch everything, and I want to play with everything. Come on. Like, why in the hell else would a paranormal investigator want to go into a haunted museum? Because we want to fuck with shit. Okay? Lorraine's behind me laughing, and Ed turns around, and had this funny smirk that I'll never forget. And he said, I knew I liked you. And he just opened the door. And we went in and, well, I touched everything. I got to hold Annabelle. I know there's a rumor that nobody holds Annabelle. Man, I've touched Annabelle. Annabelle's crazy, okay? Annabelle has a vibe. A vibe. That's the way I want to put that. I spent a lot of time in the museum with Ed and Lorraine. Lorraine and Ed explained everything to me. I got to touch a real Dybbuk box. I got to touch real haunted stuff that you can feel the energy coming off of it. But Annabelle ain't the craziest thing in that museum, okay? And I'll try to flash a little picture of this thing if I can find it, but it's the devil tree. Ed and Lorraine found it in the woods. And it watches you. Like not, I know how like you see a painting and like the eyes will follow you and shit. That's not what this thing does. This thing follows you. Like, I, no joke, thought it turned and watched me the whole time I was in there. And Ed just giggled and was like, yeah, it does stuff like that. That was the only thing in the museum that I wanted to touch, but I couldn't. I couldn't touch it. It had a, what's the word I'm looking for? Force field, like in Star Wars, you know, like that bullshit, like a force field. And it felt like magnets, like you were trying to put two magnets together and they're bouncing off each other. That's how it felt. And this is going to sound weird, and it's the only time I've ever had any experience like this. It felt like it was in my head. It felt like it was in there. Like looking around, like shuffling through files and shit. That's what it felt like. Like, and I was just like, I stared at it for like 5 minutes. And like Lorraine was like, hey. And we ended up having to go out because, dude, that place is crazy. And I know a lot of people don't know this about that museum. That's not really a museum, okay? It's a prison. It is a prison for bad spirits. The outside, the glass is stained glass. It's made out of certain kinds of crystal and silver. There's so many crystals around the place. Everything that has a rumor of being protection is there. Everything, including the door. The door that goes into the museum is made out of a certain kind of wood from somewhere that's been blessed, and all this, it's got stuff in it, and it's a jail, okay? It's a jail. And it's, okay, I was a police officer, so like I've been around prisoners, I've been around in a prison and shit, and there's a feeling you get, like they're watching you, and they're waiting for any opportunity to fuck with you, okay? And that's how it feels in there. And I don't know, it was a very odd, like even after leaving, it felt like stuff was pulling me back into it. Like it was like, no, don't go, come back, you know? And I'm not a sensitive person like that. Like I can feel if there's something around, but I have a scientific mind when it comes to paranormal investigation and everything really, that I don't take feelings as evidence. Because, like I've said before, you ever had to take a shit real bad? You had a shit chill? So if you have a chill in a place, it could just, I have a chill right now because it's cold as fuck in here. Doesn't mean it's haunted, okay? So, back to Ed and Lorraine's museum. The place is crazy. It has a very oddly peaceful, but gonna grab your ass if you fuck up kind of feeling, okay? To this day, I can feel how Annabelle feels. Annabelle's old. Annabelle feels like a old potato sack. You know what I'm saying? Like that woven brown fiber shit. I can't think of what it's called right now. But that's what Annabelle feels like because Annabelle's old. But you know, I want to get to Annabelle because this is interesting. Annabelle has a very interesting feeling to her. All right, if you pick up a doll, it's a doll. It doesn't feel like a little kid. It doesn't feel like it's alive. It doesn't feel like it's moving. You can just hold it like this is a doll, right? Annabelle, you can't do that. Annabelle feels real. She feels like there's something there. She feels like she's gonna move. Okay, she feels like she's gonna try to jump out of your arms like a 2-year-old would. Okay, and it's the oddest feeling to have a doll that feels like it wants to jump out of your arms like an angry 2-year-old. Okay, if you have kids, an angry 2-year-old, you try to pick them up, they flail around and shit, and then you gotta put them down. That's what Annabelle feels like. Okay, but again, Annabelle ain't the craziest thing in that museum. That damn devil tree is. All right, I hope you really enjoyed that story. I would like to say again, I absolutely love and respect Ed and Lorraine Warren more than anything. They helped me when no one would. And they asked for absolutely nothing. And for anyone that thinks that Ed and Lorraine Warren were fake, or any of their stuff was fake, let me just clear it up right now. No. Nope. I have been to every place that they investigated. I've been to Amityville Horror. I've been to the Conjuring House. I've been to Union Cemetery. I've been to all these places. They were very real. The Catholic Church doesn't recognize anyone. They recognize Ed and Lorraine. Okay? Just to prove it to you, I have submitted thousands of pieces of evidence to the Catholic Church. They have been verified and cataloged by the Paranormal Division of the Catholic Church, and I am still not recognized as a paranormal investigator to them. Okay? To the WPS, I'm on the board. Okay? I own and run BA Paranormal Research Facility, where we do what Ed and Lorraine used to do. Okay? Ed and Lorraine used to take in information. They used to take it in, study it, verify it, try to find any fuck-ups in it, and then submit it to the Catholic Church for verification. Because see, the Catholic Church wants to know. The Catholic Church is very, very involved in the paranormal. The other group, the WPS, I am not allowed to talk about because it's not involving the public. The WPS is trying to find answers, just like the Catholic Church, just like me. That's how you know if you're a real paranormal investigator. You're trying to find answers scientifically, not paranoid. Alright, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I really like doing these because it brings you more into me and my life. Because again, I am not hiding anything. I am 100% real. You ask me a question, I will answer it honestly, even if it's about me. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. If you want to hear more of these, please let me know in the comments below. I have thousands of paranormal stories. Some crazy, some not, some really cool, some whatever. Just let me know. Bye.